Wingless Dreamer presents the unforgettable top 5 horror poems of all time. Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey through the spine tingling world of poetry. Today, we'll be delving into the shadows, exploring the most haunting and unforgettable horror poems ever written. Number 5 on our list is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. This melancholic masterpiece weaves a tale of mournful lover visited by a mysterious raven, whose relentless refrain haunts both the protagonist and the reader alike. It tells the story of a grieving man who is visited by a mysterious raven. Here is an excerpt from the poem. Once upon a midnight dreary, when I ponder weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some gentle rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis come, visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, "only this and nothing more." Distinctly I remember it was the bleak December, and each separate dying ember writhed upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my book surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door." Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," and I, or "Madam," truly your forgiveness I implore. And so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. The silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only words there spoken were the whispered words, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more.
At number 4, we have Emily Dickinson's Because I Could Not Stop for Death. This haunting journey with death as a carriage driver invites us to ponder the nature of mortality and the afterlife. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too, for his civility. We passed the school where children strove. At recess in the ring, we passed the fields of gazing grain. We passed the setting sun, or rather, he passed us. The dews drew, quivering and chill, for only gossamer, my gown, my tippet, only two. We passed before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Since then, the centuries and yet feels shorter than the day. I first surmised the horses' heads were towards eternity. Coming in at number 3, we have H.P. Lovecraft's Nemesis. Lovecraft's mastery of cosmic horror is on full display in this poem, which delves into the unknown and the incomprehensible. It reflects Lovecraft's fascination with the uncanny and the inexorable forces beyond human comprehension. Through the ghoul-guarded gateways of slumber, past the vein-moon abysses of night, I have lived over my lives without number. I have sounded all things with my sight, and I struggle and shriek ere the day break, being driven to madness with fright. I have whirled with the earth at the dawning, where the sky was a vaporous flame. I have seen the dark universe yawning, where the black planets roll without aim, where they roll in their horror unheeded, without knowledge or luster or name. I had drifted overseas without ending, under sinister grey clouded skies, that the manifold lightning is rending, that resound with hysterical cries, with the moans of invisible demons that out of the green waters rise. I have plunged like a deer through the arches of the hoary primordial grove, where the oaks feel the presence that marches, and stalks on where no spirit dares rove. And I flee from a thing that surrounds me and leers through dead branches above. I have stumbled by cave ridden mountains that rise barren and bleak from the plain. I have drunk of the fog fetid mountains that ooze down to the marsh and the main. And in hot cursed towns I have seen things I care not to gaze on again. I have scanned the vast ivy clad palace. I have trod its untenanted hall, where the moon rising up from the valleys shows the tapestried things on the wall, strange figures discordantly woven that I cannot endure to recall. I have peered from the casements in wonder at the mouldering meadows around, at the many roofed village laid under the curse of grave girdled ground, and from rows of white urn carven marble I listen intently for sound. I have haunted the tombs of the ages. I have flown on the pinions of fear, where the smoke belching Erebus rages, where the jackals loom snow clad and drearer, and in realms where the sun of the desert consumes what it never can cheer. I was old when the pharaohs first mounted the, the jewel deck thrown by the Nile. I was old in those epochs uncounted, when I, and I only, was vile. And man, yet untainted and happy, dwelt in bliss on the far Arctic isle. Oh, great was the scene of my spirit, and great is the reach of its doom. Not the pity of heaven can cheer it, nor can respite be found in the tomb. Down the infinite eons come beating the wings of unmerciful gloom. Through the ghoul guarded gateways of slumber, past the van mooned abysses of night, I have lived over my lives without number. I have sounded all things with my sight, and I struggle and shriek ere the daybreak, being driven to madness with fright. Number 2 brings us to Christina Rossetti's Goblin Market. Though often seen as a cautionary tale, this poem is laced with a dark, surreal atmosphere and a sense of foreboding that lingers long after the last stanza. The poem tells the story of two sisters, Laura and Lizzie, who encounter goblin merchants selling tempting and exotic fruits in a forest. Morning and evening, maids heard the goblins cry, "Come buy our orchard fruits. Come buy, apple and quinces, lemons and oranges, plump unpacked cherries, melons and raspberries, bloom down cheeked peaches, salt headed mulberries, wild freeborn cranberries, crab apples, dewberries, pineapples, blackberries, apricots, strawberries, all ripe together. In summer weather, morns that pass by, fair eves that fly, come by, come by." And finally, at the top of our list, we have John Milton's Paradise Lost. This epic poem takes us to depths of hell, introducing us to Satan and his fallen angels in a tale of rebellion, despair, and cosmic conflict. Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world, and all our woe with loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us and regain the blissful seed. Sing, heavenly muse, that on the secret top of Oreb or of Sinai didst inspire that shepherd who first taught the chosen seed in the beginning how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos, or if Sion Hill delight thee more, and Solo's brook that flowed. Fast by the oracle of God, I thence invoke thy aid to my adventurous song, that with no middle flight intends to soar above the Aenean mount while it pursues things unattempted yet in prose or rhyme. That concludes our journey through the unforgettable top 5 horror poems of all time. If you have enjoyed this spine chilling exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more literary adventures. Until next time, may your nights be filled with chilling verses and haunting dreams. Thank you for watching, presented by Wingless Dreamer.